Should the Chicago Bulls trade for Lonzo Ball? That is the question. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA. And here to talk about this very question with you guys and answer it for you guys. But before I do, if you're new to the channel, guys, welcome. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe because I do talk NBA on this channel. And you don't want to miss out. So make sure to go ahead and hit that bell icon down below so you're notified every time I drop a new video. And make sure you're following me on all my social media platforms. Links, as always, down below on the screen for that. So with that being said, let's get into it. All right, so here we go. I had been meaning to talk about this for quite some time because this is a rumor that's been out there for quite some time now, all right? And it's been talked about by some pretty legitimate sources. We've had Brian Windhorst of ESPN talk about it. A bunch of Bulls beat reporters speculate on it. So this is a Bulls rumor that I am willing to buy as being pretty legitimate, if you will, okay? And a little backstory on it as well. The Pelicans are, of course, shopping Lonzo Ball, which I'll get into in a second here. But also from the Bulls side of things, why are the Bulls being linked? Well, according to Lonzo Ball's camp, the Bulls are the team that they want Ball to be traded to. All right, let's go back real quick to why the Pelicans are shopping Lonzo Ball. I believe it's a combination of two things, all right? Number one, fit. I believe the fit with the Pelicans just hasn't been there. They brought in Eric Bledsoe this offseason. It's been a weird, two-point guard fit for them, right? Because they start both, and really who's the one, who's the two? Because Bledsoe's played the one before. And then you've got, obviously, Zion and Ingram. And so for some reason, it just has not worked out with the Pelicans, right? In terms of being a seamless fit. And then kind of the other thing here to me, which is the bigger reason, is the contract extension. Lonzo Ball is coming up on the end of his contract, and the Pelicans have to make a decision, right? They already extended Brandon Ingram, which was a no-brainer. He broke out, became an all-star. Zion's looking like an absolute stud that we all expected him to be. He is obviously going to get extended when his time is coming. So now the Pelicans have to decide, okay, is Lonzo Ball worth an investment? And I'm not sure what Lonzo Ball is looking for in terms of numbers, but again, he is a Ball. So I'm sure LeVar's in his ear asking, Lonzo to make sure that they back up the Brinks trucks. But we'll see what happens there. So the contract extension is really the reason I believe the Pelicans are shopping him, all right? So now let's talk about the Bulls here and talk about the fit. And does it even make sense for the Bulls to trade for Lonzo Ball? All right, I'll start by saying this. I have never been the biggest Lonzo Ball fan. All right, just never really been fond of his game. And, even when he was drafted number 2 overall by the Lakers, people were saying, oh, he's going to be a franchise player. I was not on board with that. I thought Lonzo Ball was going to be a solid, nothing spectacular. And that's really what he's become. When LaMelo came out, his younger brother, I said, he's going to be better than Lonzo Ball. And so far, it's looking like it. All right. So in terms of Lonzo, he's been pretty much what I've expected him to be. He's been a disappointment for number 2 overall pick for sure. But again, is he a complete and utter bust? No, he does some things well. He's a good passer, great passer, I should say, a solid defender. He's improved his jump shot. So there are things there. For the Bulls, there is a little bit of a fit I do see because of the fact that we have a need for a facilitator, right? The Bulls don't have a guy who can kind of set up the offense. Kobe White doesn't do that. He's a scoring point guard. Tomas Satoransky, I just don't know if you're comfortable playing him that many minutes, even though he is a true point guard, if you will. And so Lonzo Ball can fit that role. But my reservations from a fit perspective are this. Is he okay starting or coming off the bench here? Because here's the thing. Kobe White is starting right now. I know a lot of people have kind of not waved the white flag on Kobe White. Please don't do that. He's only 20 years old. But they've been very disappointed that he hasn't taken that leap yet. I'm still not ready to give up on Kobe White. Not even close. He's still way too young for me to just say, okay, Kobe White can't improve. But again, as a facilitator, he leaves a lot to be desired. So Lonzo Ball can come and fill that role. But he has to be okay coming off the bench or starting because we don't know that. And secondly, Lonzo Ball to the Bulls, I'd be okay with if the compensation is right. That's what it comes down to here. Because if we're talking about any of the core 5, Kobe, Zach, Laurie, Wendell, Patrick Williams, hang up. Hang up the phone. I don't even want to talk. So that's not even a discussion. But if we're talking about Otto Porter Jr., Denzel Valentine, Chandler Hutchinson. Okay, I'm okay with that. So that's really what it is about, right? Compensation-wise, what are the Pelicans asking for? And here's the other thing. Remember, if you trade for Lonzo Ball, you also now have to decide whether to give him that contract extension. The good thing is, if you trade out a Porter, he's expiring next year as well, or after the season, and so is Lonzo Ball. So it kind of, evens it out there where you can make the decision that you would let Otto Porter Jr. go, which I'm sure the Bulls would if they keep him on the roster, or you trade for Lonzo, and again, it's an expiring contract for an expiring contract. So to me, compensation is huge here. Fit-wise, there is a place for Lonzo on the Bulls, even though I'm not a big fan of him, but he needs to be okay, again, with whatever role Billy Donovan puts him in. And as far as, trade pieces, again, like I've mentioned, that's what's going to matter for compensation, all right? So Lonzo on the year, just real quick recapping, 13.4 points, 4.3 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 42% from the field. Again, you want him to shoot better from the field, 63% from the line. I don't like that. 36% from three, so he's improved a little bit. And of course, 1.4 steals per game. So ultimately, folks, I don't think this is a game-changing trade at all for the Chicago Bulls. Whether they make it or they don't, it's not going to change the outlook of the team much. Like I said, for the right compensation, I'm okay with it. Otherwise, I'm good. That's kind of how I feel about it, honestly. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. As always, thanks for watching.